Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Again, my heart drops. I'm like, oh my God, our boat is about to pull off and it's gonna go off into the sunset and I'm gonna be absolutely sick. I ain't gonna ever talk to her fucking dad again. I'm not gonna ever talk to her siblings again. I hate them all. I hate y'all. That's how I was feeling in that moment, man. I was pissed. So anyways, we finally hit the docks. We finally hit the cruise port. We get there and like we got all of our shit and we're like,
run, bitch, run!
hey, what it do, dudes and dudettes? I appreciate you all coming back out here to join me again for another video. You know, y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. And for that, I truly appreciate it. I will also appreciate if you like, share, subscribe. When you do that, that also enters you into a chance of winning a free copy of Grand Theft Auto 6. So if you could do that favor for me, I really appreciate it. Also, if you could hit the hype button, I would appreciate that too. So if you don't know, I am going to be gone on a cruise for about 10 days. And probably when you're seeing this video, I will probably already be on the cruise. So yeah, I thought that it was appropriate for me to essentially do a story time telling you guys about a time when yes, me, your boy Dano, was a pier runner. Yes. And for people who don't know what a pier runner is, essentially a pier runner is a person who's running behind to get back on their ship, which is going to soon disembark. Okay. If you do not make that said ship in time, your ass will be left behind, right? And yeah, your boy had to find out the hard way. So anyways, without further ado, let's get into the story time. Let's go. So yeah, this was, I want to say probably about 7 years ago when this experience took place, right? And I'm going to try to keep it as straightforward to the details as possible because, I mean, this story could be a very long story. But anyways, this happened about 7 years ago. This was during a cruise that I took with my wife. And mind you, I was never supposed to have taken this cruise, but I filled in a place for my wife's sister because she wasn't able to make it. I think it had something to do with her job, right? So I was like, okay, sure, I'll do this cruise. This gives me a chance to meet your siblings because I never had met them at the point. I already met her parents at this point, but I never met her siblings. So I was like, okay, cool. This is a cruise that's celebrating her father's 60th birthday. So I was like, okay, this is perfect, right? So booked the cruise. I paid for my portion of the cruise. We booked our flights. We went down to, and I believe we were sailing out of Jackson, Florida. Is it Jacksonville? Jacksonville, Florida. We were sailing out of Jacksonville, Florida. And you know, when you sail out of that port, you go under that big ass bridge. It was pretty dope. It was cool. I got to meet her siblings. I hung out with her siblings, her dad. We all took a group photo, so on and so forth. The embarkation day started off completely normal. Went off without a hitch, right? And of course, you know, we're sailing, we're talking, we do the usual. We have dinner, we go to the comedy clubs, we explore the ship. So the very next day was actually our first port. Our first port was at Nassau, Bahamas, which is what I was really looking forward to because I think that was probably like the best port that we had for that cruise. So I was really looking forward to it because my wife and I, before actually getting on the ship, we had purchased tickets to Atlantis. And I had always wanted to go to Atlantis ever since I was a kid because I will always, back in the 90s, I will always see the commercials on Nickelodeon showing Atlantis. I'm like, man, one day I want to go there.
Let's go ride a couple of dolphins or maybe play tennis or do some golfing. Oh, what a wonderful world can be.
walk with sharks and shiver, or glide with a manna the size of Alabama. Oh, what a wonder.
Call 1-800-ATLANTIS now and book 3 nights from only $2.99. Atlantis.
This was my chance because hell, we're going to Nassau, and not too far from the port is Atlantis. That's one of the main things that they advertise in the Bahamas, right? Especially when you go to Nassau, Bahamas. So I was like, okay, this is a dream come true. I finally get to fulfill this and get this off my bucket list. So we buy our tickets, and before we get off the cruise, we make sure that everything is right? We get our tickets queued up. We're talking to the family, seeing what they're doing because they decided to go to Atlantis too. However, they weren't going over to the water park like my wife and myself. We were going over to the water park. They were just going to explore the property because it's a huge property with a lot to see there. So when we got off the ship, we made sure to communicate with each other. I'm talking about my wife and I, along with her entire family, that, hey, okay, we're getting off the ship. Where are we going to meet up and when are we going to meet up, right? Because when you get off the ship, you're at a dock, but the dock, even though it's connected to the mainland, most people take ferry, like boat ferries across. They go across the bay and then it takes you to the other side, takes you directly to where Atlantis is. So we like, okay, we'll pay, I think it was like $10. We'll pay $10 to go across rather than paying like $20 per person and taking the actual car, which takes longer, right? So we're like, okay, we get on the boat, we go across. When we get to the docks, we have this discussion. We're like, hey, okay, we're all going to Atlantis, but we're not all going to do the same thing. At 4 o'clock, we're all going to meet here at this dock, and we're going to take this ferry right back across to the ship because our ship disembarked at 6 o'clock that day. It was either 6 o'clock or 6:30. I can't remember. So we're like, okay, cool. We'll all meet up here at 4 o'clock and we'll make our way back over to the ship, right?
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
So we all walked down to Atlantis, the entire family, because when you first enter to Atlantis, well, the dock is only about, I want to say probably about a half a mile away from Atlantis. So it was a relatively short walk. It was probably about like a 5 to 7 minute walk from the dock to the entrance of Atlantis. And then you go through like a kind of like a little town, a bunch of little shops that has a winding road that takes you all the way to the main property of Atlantis. That's probably about like a 5-minute walk, right? So we all get up there. You know, me and my wife, we give our ticket, well, we scan my phone and they give us our tickets to get in. And the other rest of the family, they essentially, you know, they say, hey, we're going over here. We're going to go to the beach. We're going to hang out. And we're like, okay, cool. We may see you guys later. We may catch up with y'all later. So we go our way. My wife and I, at the time, she was just only my fiance, or maybe we were just courting at that time. But we go our way. We're having a blast. We spent all day going down the slides, mostly the rapid river. And let me tell you, if anybody tells you that Atlantis lazy river is lazy, they are trying to get you killed. They are setting you up because there ain't nothing lazy about that river at all. That is a rapid ass river. Quick story. One of the times that we went around a river, there was this situation that unfolded. There was this young white woman who had her son with her. I want to say her son was probably around the ballpark of 4 years old. In Atlantis, they have free rafts, right? And the rafts, they just float around in a circle around the river, right? And there's gathering points where you can get rafts, or you can just grab a free one that's just floating down the river. Well, this mother and son, they were on their own separate rafts. They have like a raft that can hold 2 people, and then they have a raft that can hold 1 people.
What did he say?
Well, the mother and son, they were on a raft that held 2 people, right? And throughout different points of this river, it just pushes out a bunch of water. It just surges out a bunch of water, and it helps propel people down the river, right? So right when we got to this corner, it was at the point where it propels water out. Tell me why this big ass wave came, pushed this mother and her son, flipped them up in the air. Oh shit! Oh shit! Little boy falls in the river. The mother comes up and she's like, oh my God. She starts freaking out. But as soon as that little boy went underwater, and they were blessed. That little boy was blessed this day. Why? Because that happened to happen right at a lifeguard post. So as soon as that little boy went underwater, the lifeguard stood up, dived in the water, and mind you, the lifeguard was probably about like 30 to 40 feet away from the boy when this happened. But I kid you not, my wife is my witness. That little boy and his mom are my witness that literally as soon as that brother hit the water, less than 5 seconds later, he comes up with the boy. I'm like,
My nigga.
what in the aqua negro is going on here? Like, I ain't never seen someone swim that fast. Now, mind you, he was probably being propelled by the surge of the water, but still, he even though the currents moved him, he was quick. He was quick and he was exact with the boy. Like he didn't miss. Like literally went into the water. About less than 5 seconds later, he's coming up with the boy. Like that's Aquaman type of shit right there. But anyway, so after that, we enjoy our day. We're like, okay, it's getting close to 4 o'clock. It was probably like around 3:30 at the time. My wife and I were like, okay, let's head back to the dock. Let's just go back a little early. We can just sit there and just chill, whatever. We had our fun for the day. So we head back to the dock, and mind you, from where we were, which was at the aqua park, we walked from the aqua park all the way to the port. And that took, I want to say, probably about anywhere between like 15 to 20 minutes for us to do that. So by the time we got back to the dock, it was probably like around 3:40. But mind you, that was about 20 minutes earlier than what we agreed to, right? But it was cool because it was like, we just sit here and just wait 20 minutes. No big deal. So we sit there and we wait. 4 o'clock comes. We're not tripping. We're not worried because we're like, okay, it's just only 4 o'clock, right? But then 4:15 came, and then 4:30 came. And when 4:30 came, that's when we started to get a little worried. We're like, okay, it's 4:30. Where in the hell is your family at, right? So we're like, should we go back and check? We don't know, right? So then 4:45 hit, and then we're like, okay, something's not right. We need to go back and look for your family because they may be looking for us. I don't know. So we go back. Mind you, that's like about a 15-minute walk back to the water park part of Atlantis. And mind you, Atlantis is huge. So we walk over there. That's 15 minutes down. Okay, right now it is like 5 o'clock. We're walking around. We're looking. We're like, okay, we don't see them anywhere. Where in the hell are they at? They're not at the water park. Okay, let's go to the beach because they said they were at the beach. So we walk over to the beach. We spend like another 15 minutes walking around the beach. Don't see them. We walk around to the water park where they have the aquariums. We did not see them there. So then we go over to like this party resort side. We walk over there. Man, let me tell you, we probably spent anywhere between 30 to 45 minutes looking for these people. I was about to call them something else because just the thought, just remembering it is just pissing me off again. So anyways, we're in Atlantis property and we're looking at the clock. We're like, oh my God, it is like 5:15 right now, 5:20. We need to get our asses back over to the ship because I ain't about to be no damn pier runner today. So we walk back over to the dock. By the time we get over to the dock, it's like, I want to say it's probably like 5:30 when we get back to the dock. And we see the guy who brought us over earlier because mind you, these guys, they act like as tender taxi services to where they will ferry people back and forth between the dock, the cruise dock, and the port over where Atlantis is. So I saw the guy. I was like, okay, yeah, this guy that we had earlier. So me just being Captain Oblivious, I walk up to this guy and I say, hey, you're going back over to the cruise ship, right? And he's like, yeah. I was like, okay, yeah, me and my wife were going across. my silly behind, right? I'm just thinking I'm just gonna hop up on this ship and we just gonna go across. He look at me like,
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the f you think you is?
oh yeah, I'm not going yet. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, I need more people. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, our ship leaves at 6 o'clock and it's like 5:30 right now. And he's like, yeah, I need more people. I'm not going unless I get more people. And I'm like, oh my God. Hey, that's when the fear hit, it set in. Cause I'm like, oh shit, it's just only me and my wife. This motherfucker, he ain't gonna move unless he has enough people that he feel like it's worth to take across, right? Because not only is he trying to get paid, he's trying to get tips too, right? So it's not worth it for him to just only take 2 people across like a half a mile across the damn bay to get us to our cruise port. So I'm like, oh my God, man, this shit, I'm stressing the hell out, right? So as me and my wife are sitting there, we're waiting for more people to show up. 2 other people show up. It was another couple, a white couple. They showed up and they go up there. They ask him the same thing, like, hey, are you going back across to the cruise port? And he's like, yeah, but I need more people. So they come over and we're talking to them and just a very short conversation. We're like, you're waiting, you're going back to the same ship as we are. And they're like, yeah, we're trying to go back too. And I'm like, yeah, he told us, just like he told y'all, he's not moving until he gets more people. So anyways, I'm like, okay, I gotta figure something out. So I go walk down the ways, probably about like a few hundred feet, and I see another guy with a boat. And I'm like, hey, are you going over to, to the cruise port? And he's like, nah, I'm done for the day. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, we shit out of luck. So I come back, talk to my wife. And when I come back, talk to my wife, the other couple, they leave. And I'm like, I asked my wife, I'm like, where are they going? And she's like, I don't know. They're trying to figure something out. So I'm like, okay, damn. Now we got even less people here waiting to go back across. So we're sitting there waiting, and time is ticking. Mind you, our disembarkation time was around 6 or 6:30. And at this time, it was probably like 5:45, 5:50. Like, I mean, getting down to the freaking wire. And I'm just like, we're panicking. Like, we're just stressing the fuck out. So I'm like, I'm just sitting there. I'm pissed off about the entire situation, our family not being there. And then the fact that we may end up missing our damn ship. I'm pissed off. And I'm just sitting there and then it just dawns on me. And I'm like, oh, why didn't I think about this sooner? I walk up to the gentleman who has the boat and I'm like, look, me and my wife, we're going to miss our boat if we don't get back over there. How much do I need to pay you? Before he could even say a word, I pulled out 2 $50 bills and I was like, can you get us back over to the ship?
Here, you understand that?
Now you're speaking my language.
Well, get the hell on then. Come on, let's go.
He turned around, he did this. I was like, oh, thank you, God. But still, at that time, it was like 5:50, 5:55. Our ship is about to leave in a few minutes. And mind you, we're like a half a mile away. It takes anywhere between, I want to say like 7 to 10 minutes to get from the dock where Atlantis is all the way across to where the cruise port is. It takes about 7 minutes. So I'm like, oh my God, we may make it, we may not make it, but please, Lord, let us make this damn ship. So we get on the boat and we're the only two. We're the only two, right? He's driving the boat across, and mind you, this boat is slow as shit. And I'm just sitting there just like, this thing can't go any faster. Like we really need to get over there. Like this can't go any faster. And he's driving it as fast as he can, right, to get us across. And off in the distance, we see our boat. Like we're approaching dock and we see our boat. We're like, okay, good. Our boat is still there. But we hear boom, boom, boom. Oh my God, my heart drops again. Again, my heart drops. I'm like, oh my God, our boat is about to pull off and it's gonna go off into the sunset and I'm gonna be absolutely sick. I ain't gonna ever talk to her fucking dad again. I'm not gonna ever talk to her siblings again. I hate them all. I hate y'all. That's how I was feeling in that moment, man. I was pissed. So anyways, we finally hit the docks. We finally hit the cruise port. We get there and like we got all of our shit and we're like,
Run, bitch! Run!
we're trying to run. We're running. And mind you, we were tired as all get out at that point because we had spent all day in the sun. And if you have ever been to Nassau, Bahamas, their sand is made of, it got to be made out of powdered sugar because that stuff is so soft. And walking in sand that soft makes you tired as hell. It tears your calves up. So we're already tired as hell. And we're up here trying to run to this damn boat. We're trying to run because we hear the horn. Boom, boom, boom. We up here trying to run. My wife, she was a flight attendant at the time, so she was used to walking through airports. She was much quicker than me. I'm tired as hell. So I'm like falling behind her. She's probably about like 100 feet ahead of me. She's like, hurry up, hurry up. I'm like, I'm coming as fast as I can. And I just couldn't. My body just would not allow me to run because I was so damn tired. So anyways, I'm like a few hundred feet behind her. And next thing I know, out of nowhere, a golf cart pulls up beside me and the brother's like, hurry up, jump in. So I'm like, oh, cool. I'm like, oh, thank you, God. Thank you, Lord. I hop in the back of the golf cart and this brother takes off. And I'm like, that's my wife right there. Can you get her? He pulls over. She jumps in. He hauls ass down there to the port just in time. Because when we got there, they had our passports, all of that shit ready.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit.
We had to show them our selling sign card. I even showed them my ID and stuff like that. And they gave us back because they had some of our luggage. They had our passports. They had all that shit, man. They had all that stuff ready for us. And of course, you know, I tipped the brother who drove us over. I tipped the brother who drove us over in the golf cart. I was like, man, I really appreciate that. So when we got there, of course, you had people cheering and all this shit, and it was an experience. It was definitely an experience, and I was like, never again. So mind you, after we get back to the ship, we're thinking like, what the fuck happened? Where is the family at? Like, where's your dad? Where's your peoples at? Right? You know where these fuckers were? They definitely didn't get left behind in the Bahamas. These people were in the diner enjoying dinner.
Down.
They were in the diner enjoying dinner without us. I mean, cold-blooded. What happened was that these people came back around 2 o'clock and got on the ship. They didn't even want to wait on us. They didn't want to wait on us at all. They got on the ship at 2 o'clock without us. And the crazy thing is that they heard our names being called on a loudspeaker. They heard our names being called on a loudspeaker, and not once did they try to go and contact the captain or anything like that. No. They didn't even try to make their way back, because you would think, if I were them, if I was in their position, I would have at least made sure that one person will go back and be like, hey, and go back around 4 o'clock to make sure that, you know, to let us know that they had already gotten on the ship. No, they didn't even do that. They was too busy enjoying their lives at that time, right? Really messed up. But anyways, after we got on the ship, we went back to our room, and the ship actually didn't push out till like 45 minutes later. And they were also calling other people's names too. So even though we were pier running, we weren't late. We actually, I believe the ship, instead of disembarking at 6, it was 6:30. So we made it there on time, but it was getting down to that point because literally like within like the last hour, especially last 45 minutes to 30 minutes before they push out, they start calling names, and we were in that window, but we were blessed that we did not get left behind. So anyways, that is my story of how I was a pier runner. Let me know down in the comment section, have y'all ever been pier runners?
Oh, hell no.
And Do y'all partake in the crew's pastime of watching Pier Runner?
Yeah, boy.
Because I know I enjoy watching it. Hell, I'm even one of those assholes, but I'd be up on the balcony and be like, hey, hurry up, run, Forrest, run. Yeah, that's me. So anyways, yeah. Again, I would appreciate if you like, share, and subscribe. Also, if you can hype the video, I would really appreciate it. Like I said before, it will enter you into the contest of winning a free copy of Grand Theft Auto 6. Anyways, y'all take care of you. Have a good rest of your day. Peace. Anyways, guys, that is all for today. Again, I'm your host, Dano. If you like this video, like, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that notification bell. You guys and gals go ahead and have a glorious day, and I'm out. Peace.